So this is Jita, and today we are going to learn about what is a Jira bug and how do we create one. So this is going to be my first YouTube video. We are going to have a lot of videos related to Jira stories and Jira epics and bugs and CRs. For all those who are new to product management, this series is going to be for you. And stay tuned for all the videos that are going to be launched in this particular series. Now, starting off with first, that I something that I love, that is what is a bug. Now, before I start off with this, I just want to share that I personally love working with YAML files, what we call it as YAML, right? These files are very smooth, very good to work with, and they give and Notepad++ give this amazing indicator when we put a semicolon to it. And generally, all my videos are going to consist YAML files only in order to explain stuff. So what is a bug? So a bug is basically like a functionality break, you can call it. So what's a functionality break is something that does not work as expected. In simple terms, it is something that does not work as expected. And it is also one of the things that product managers love. And I repeat, they love to find bugs when it comes to the UAT environments. Now, for all those who are working in B2C platforms, you will be working on various environments. You might get a chance to work on a QA environment as well. You might get a chance on UAT environment. To know more about all these environments and why are they called environments, what are the lower builds, what are the builds that comes into the release, I'll be making a separate video on that. But for now, this is something that product managers love to find in UAT. So now, once found, we have to create one, right? Because we need to solve it. So creating a bug in Jira. So Jira is basically a software, or you call it an application, which is what product managers used in order to communicate anything with a developer. Now, a developer understands through stories and through epics and through change requests and bugs. Like I said, I'll be taking those things in the further videos. So now, while creating a bug in Jira, what we need to understand is that it has to be a form of storytelling. Okay, I'll give you the format I work with and I personally love, but it has to be in a form of storytelling. So you have to be a storyteller while, I'm sorry, you have to be a storyteller while creating a bug. Your ticket, the Jira ticket that we'll be creating, it has to be in a format that QA and UAT teams. If you're fortunate enough to have your UAT team, then that's going to be great. But if you're not, then you are the product manager as well as the UAT, basically the UAT team yourself. Because a lot of the times in smaller organizations, UAT teams consist of PMs only. So QA and UAT teams must be able to reproduce the issue that you are facing, right? So for that, your ticket needs to have the proper steps of how you have gotten that bug. And the last is developer should be able to fix the bug. And in order to fix the bug, he needs to understand, sorry, what the bug is all about. Correct? So now coming on to the format of creating a bug. Now see, the basic format that I follow and I love to start off with is identifying the problem statement or the issue that we are facing. Now, in a B2C platform, if I give you a simple example, a simple instance is when you open a WhatsApp. Let's say WhatsApp is a B2C platform that, as an example, I would like to take, is you open any chat and the WhatsApp application gets killed automatically. Okay, that could be a bug. Let's say you are on Instagram and you are looking out for a reel and you're watching a reel, and in between something happens, and then you are thrown out of that into the main page, meaning the My Feed page. That again could be a cause of a bug. Something, so understand a bug like this. a certain something has to work in a particular fashion and it is not being working that way. That is a bug. Okay. So the first is you have to properly define an issue. What exactly is happening? Another example that I can give of is, let's say you are creating a post and you are attaching an image. Now, when you are attaching an image, it clearly says that up to 15, what I can say, MBs, you can attach an image, right? But when you're attaching an image of 13 MBs, it is not allowing you to do so. Now, that again is an issue. So that again would be a bug. Either the error is in the copy that is mentioning 15 MB, while it probably would not take 15 MB, it would be, less than 10 MB or 5 MB or something, and hence it is not able to catch your media, or it would be an error from the dev's end, meaning there would be some code issue. So you define the problem statement or issue correctly, that as a user, I am not able to upload images of 15 MBs, right? Then steps to reproduce, which I mentioned. This is very important for QA and UAT to understand what exactly it is so that they can reproduce either before giving it to the developer or after coming from the developer, meaning once the bug is fixed. So steps to reproduce is, I as a user go to my feed. When I click on create post, I upload a media of 15 MB. And when I click on post, it does not happen. It fails. So that is the steps to reproduce. Don't worry, we'll in the next video we'll be creating a proper bug on the Jira so that you understand how we write. This is just an introductory video of the bug. The f- the thing that we write third is expected functionality. So what is expected in our example? That the 15 MB video, if meaning the 15 MB media, that is acceptable, and if I as a user am uploading a 13 MB or a 14 MB or even a 15 MB media, it should get uploaded. That is the expected functionality. So you mentioned that. And then impact areas. Now see, it is not uh, only constraining to that particular my feed section. Let's say you take the same example on LinkedIn, and on LinkedIn you are able to do that, meaning you are able to post your media on my feed, but it is not happening. The same would not happen when you are posting it on community, because a lot of the times the posting mechanism is the same, whether it is on my feed or your community feed. Correct? So that comes into an impact area. What are the other areas where the same kind of issue would be present? So you as a product manager need to identify those areas also and mention them in the impact area. And finally comes the acceptance criteria. So acceptance criteria is what you write in order for the dev to understand, the developer to understand, as well as the QA and the UI teams to test upon. So acceptance criteria for this minor bug would be simple, that whenever a user is uploading a media, which would be either a photo, image, or anything else like a document, and if it is below 15 MB, the media should get uploaded and successfully posted on their feed, whether it be on my feed or whether it be on community feed. So that would consist in the acceptance criteria. This is all there is in order to create a bug. It's as simple as that. Final points is that a product manager always loves to reproduce and produce bugs in the UAT environments and on the prod environments as well. And they really love to create these tickets and assign it to dev. They feel kind of proud about it because after multiple rounds of testing and going through the QA and UAT team, still you are able to find something like an issue. It's something to feel proud about because you were able to think from a different point of view, from a different angle, to work on the same functionality. So sometimes it's good. It also helps you think about different perspectives and angles to work on the same functionality. So yeah.